You know George Clooney is one of Hollywood's hottest actors, movie star, television heartthrob, even the sexiest man alive. But the people most important to him are his family. Off-screen, George is only one part of the multi-talented Clooney and Ferrer families, whose singing, acting and broadcasting careers paved the way for George. His parents saw the signs.
I always knew George was going to be in show business.
So did his aunt, recording star Rosario Clooney.
He's a movie star. He's a fantastic-looking kid.
The Clooney family's performing history started with Aunt Rosemary's rise to singing stardom, and it was his cousin that got him his first screen role. The Clooney family have enjoyed 50 years of fame and look forward to more. George Clooney and his cousin Miguel Ferrer are second-generation entertainers. George's television success in ER catapulted him into leading man and action roles on the big screen. Miguel's parts in Twin Peaks and RoboCop typify his work at the cutting edge. When fame and fortune came their way, they were prepared for the fickle nature of Hollywood success by the experiences of their famous family. When Rosario Clooney first starred in the classic White Christmas, she was already a multiple gold record recording artist. Through good times and bad, fame and failure, a strong sense of family has bound the Clooneys together. Originally from Ireland, the Clooney family settled in Maysville, Kentucky, a stone's throw from the small town where George's parents Nick and Nina still live. George's grandparents, Andrew and Frances Clooney, had 3 children, Rosemary, Nick and Betty. Although the children were brought up in the Depression, the Clooney family's sense of humor got them through.
Among all of my siblings, I was the 3rd best singer and the 3rd cutest kid. There were 3 of us.
I think it would be only fair to point out that the 2 most important influences of my early life were not, however, mother and father. They were my grandmother Guilfoyle, who was the fairest, strongest person I have ever known, and my Uncle George, who taught me it was supposed to be a man.
The family members that influenced me most were probably my Aunt Olivette. She played piano and taught me songs, so she certainly influenced me as far as the music is concerned. Certainly my Uncle George, who was not very much older than me at all, but he was like my friend growing up and somebody that I admired very much.
Andrew and Frances Clooney divorced, and the children turned to each other for support, establishing bonds that would last a lifetime.
My sisters and I were very, very close. We relied on each other a great deal, and we had a lot of plans and dreams together. And we grew up just knowing that what had separated our parents was not anger or meanness. It was the times.
When Rosemary was 13, her mother left for California with brother Nick. Rosemary and Betty would not see either of them for 4 years.
Nicky was a cute little boy, and we were deprived of each other's company for important times. My mother went off to California, and when I saw him again, he was 13, and it was time that we needed together.
One way the children coped with their problems was through music.
And whenever there was a gathering of the family, each person had to do a thing. Rosemary, Betty, and I, of course, put together our big trio numbers for our own family. That was the first audience we had.
And we all had our songs that we sang, and no one should sing another person's song. But Betty and I would sing Nick's song just to make him cry because we thought he looked really cute when he cried. It's terrible.
Blanche Chambers, Rosemary's friend for over 60 years, recalls those early performances.
We all were going to become famous. I was a tap dancer at that particular time, and I always would sing with Rosemary and Betty, and so would my sister Thelma. And so we made a foursome.
Her mother worked at the New Central Hotel, and my grandfather had the jewelry store across the street. So when Papa would change the jewelry store window, we'd use that as a stage. see, and we put on a little show for absolutely nobody.
And we all thought, well, now we're all going to hit Hollywood one of these days. And we did a lot of singing and dancing down there, had a wonderful time. And we would do a lot of things, and when somebody came by and would give us a nickel or dime, we would run to the store to get ice cream. And we had a lot of fun doing that.